Hey, howdy. President Trump, the assassination attempt, he came out with the now famous line, fight, fight, fight. And then the BBC in England here most recently, he said fight, fight, fight instead of be peaceful at the big rally in Washington, D.C. And of course, he's now suing them for $5 billion. My daughter bought this neat little thing. Trump, he's a master of marketing, or somebody in his organization certainly is, but here he is. Fight. Fight, fight, fight. It talks, it fights, and everything else. That's kind of cool. And it's a pen. Thank you, daughter. Okay, now the word progressive. So many people use it today. Wordage, it changes depending on the user. Progressive is if he's a progressive liberal, that means he's further left than most liberals, right? But progressive is a beautiful word. It's a beautiful word. It means we are progressing. That's progress, it's success, it's speed. It's all of those things, but instead now it's been used another way. They've ruined yet another word. The term progressive liberal means really, really left wing, and it's not nice. With regard to politics, I suggested we change the word progressive liberal to regressive, because regressive, of course, is that's truth spook, speak, all the same, because they're going backwards. They want to change. They're regressing. They want to change everything that has been good for the country, right? They want to destroy all things capitalist. All capitalists, though, built the country. They built the country, and they did it in an aggressive manner. And you got all these liberals now that are trying to mess it up, and they're taking our words away. Son of a gun, just sharing. Now we have a group of early childhood development researchers in Australia who are saying, you know what, parents, you're changing the diaper of your child, 2 months old, 1 month, 6 months, whatever. You now have to learn to talk better to them because you need their consent. Duh. Would they be progressive liberals? They're certainly liberals. You want consent now from your child. Duh. They don't speak. Have you not noticed that? I mean, parents already talk to kids all of the time and baby talk. They talk to dogs. People talk to a lot of things. Some people talk to trees. And some people even talk kind of intelligently to liberals. I don't know how that can work out. But anyway, how strange is that? There'll soon be a course needed to do that, I guess, get their consent. Duh. Now, let's look at global governance. So many nations are pushing towards that. I mean, they imagine this communist-style regime that will cover the entire planet. And that's what so many countries are working at, and they've been pushing it for decades. They want to organize life on the planet for everyone on the planet. And again, that's liberalism and regressive liberalism. Vice President J.D. Vance recently pointed this out about Canada, and I thought it was so well said. He says, no nation has learned more and to diversify is our strength than the immigration insanity that Canada has. It's has the highest foreign-born share of the population. The entire G7 group of major economies, and the living standards have gone down. The fault lies with your leadership, elected by you. Well, not by me, but by many people, of course. The Canadian government is a mess. Canada's a mess. I mean, I know people that want to go to emergency, and they can't get in. They have a serious ailment. They can't get in because so many people have come to Canada because free healthcare. Well, certainly nothing's free, but it's billed that way. So the emergency room, pretty much 24/7, is plugged full of immigrants. They don't speak English. They have a sprained thumb or some silly thing. Is nothing major, but they're there and they have just flooded. They've taken over. And where do you go? People, real Canadians, are going to clinics and little towns to get looked after and all the rest of it, and it's bad. JD, you kind of call that one right on. Here's just a fast note that I came across the other day back in 2021. That's only 3-4 years ago, I guess. Coca-Cola had DEI, immigration ties in with this as well. Training, instructing employees to be less white. Try to be less white. How do you do that if you're white? And they were white. So you have to try to be less white. What does that mean? Nobody knows. And lawyers and so many other people today have to take sensitivity courses to not be so white. What a bunch of racists. I don't like racists. Racists make me crazy. It's not very nice. Lastly, here, talking again about this free healthcare in Canada. Firstly, it's broken. Governments can't manage anything, and they've been trying to manage this for years. It's totally dysfunctional. You have a federal situation or a healthcare program, and somehow or another they've given it to each province also. And now you have Quebec, that the doctors are up in arms. They're very angry because the Quebec government's come in with a new rule that's called Bill 2. And it imposes this new contract, I guess, with all physicians in the province, and it gives them rules. Rules that kind of make sense because they say, hey, you won't get paid if, this doesn't happen. Like 75% of emergency department patients have to be seen within 90 minutes. 97% of all surgeries have to be completed within a year of assessment. And there's a list. Well, again, nice talk, and it should be real. But if your best before date is up in Canada and you're 80 years old, you're going on a 2 or even 3 year waiting list for any body part or anything, the system is broken and government can't fix it. They are the problem. And now in Quebec, they're trying to fix it. But the fundamentals, the underpinnings of everything that they have done make it impossible. It's like, I force you or insist, rather, that you plant a field. Well, I took all the soil away. You get it. I mean, they've made it so cumbersome that you can't get in there and make it work. So doctors, what are they doing? They're leaving. They're leaving Quebec. They're going to the US or to Ontario or to other provinces. Good luck with that because it's just as broken there, but they don't have these timelines. Timelines are good for the patients, but they're impossible to do with the doctor. Hey, just saying, y'all come back. See ya.